And it looks like we are going to be getting started here in just a few seconds, and they're off. All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
So last matchup of the day. If you've stuck with us throughout the day, thank you so much for staying with us, hanging out, any percent all day. We are off with the last match.
Nothing better than a full day of Odyssey, any percent.
Yeah.
Really doesn't get better than that. But we do have both runners coming up here into Cap Kingdom, getting us started. Not too much to talk about in this kingdom other than a couple of potential deaths, but hopefully we won't be seeing those. Like, if you take your dives a little too quick, you can definitely die here at the beginning. But okay, yeah. Sado actually just completely took a super safe line, which I can respect. And Flavien just taking his dive a little slow. Both of them guaranteeing that they will not die there. Sado missing his first person on the bridge. Not very happy with that. That does lose about a second. So Flavien going to be out to a little bit of a lead here at the beginning.
Flavien with that quicker entrance through the door here. Going to move over. Grabbing the frog. Again, like you were saying here, this kingdom is pretty much just a nice little warm-up for the rest of the run, just because it's so simple. You know, simple strats that you use throughout the rest of the run, but nothing too crazy.
Yeah, there's left side, which is right here. Flavien going for triple jump. Sado just not going for it at all, which is also fair. Choosing the consistency route, which, I mean, if the past matches or anything go off of, I've seen a lot of upsets where the person with a slower PB does more consistent strats and then ends up winning, so...
I mean, what, you lose maybe 2, 3, 5 seconds there?
2 seconds. You lose 2 to no left side, yeah. And Flavien did not mess it up, though. He is out to pretty solid lead here out of Cap. It's looking like a 219 for him, which is really solid, considering he missed water roll in the top hat tower, which does lose about a second. Getting that 219... Or not a second, it's like half a second, but you know, we do have about a 5-second lead here for Flavien. High 219 to high 224. Alright. Coming into Cascade here. Cascade is also going to be fairly simple, assuming neither of these runners go for DSS. I would assume that neither of them are going to. Flavien missing his spin throw roll cancel on the chain chomp there. Sado not even going for his spin throw roll cancel, just letting his roll run out before doing the spin throw. Once again, a more safe and consistent strat, but if Flavien, you know, just keeps hitting all of these harder strats, then it's not really gonna benefit Sado at all, but you never know. We're only 3 minutes into the run, so anything can really happen.
Yeah, they're not worrying about those harder strats. They're just going straight forward, as you see there.
Yup.
Staying consistent. I think I like the consistent, you know, it's a consistent play here.
Yeah, for sure. Just opting for the much safer Dino Skip at the cost of about 11 seconds. It's not really a huge deal. Definitely a way safer strat than DSS. DSS is extremely precise. I usually get it like 95% of the time in my runs, and I'm still scared to go for it in tournaments. I only go for it occasionally if I'm on a day where I feel like super consistent with it, so I don't blame either of these runners for not going for it.
Well, in the straightforward fight here.
Yup.
With Mama Brutal.
And unfortunately, we're gonna have to be killing her for her power moons, which is rather sad. Oh, Flavien missing the moon.
Yeah, just going a little quick there.
Yep, trying to go a little bit too fast.
Nothing too bad though. We're moving right along.
Yup. Although that 5-second lead has gone down to 4 seconds now, so just a little bit of ground being lost by Flavien there. Nothing major.
Well, we still got some stuff to take care of here in
Ooh.
our first major kingdom. Nice little jump dive there for Flavien. Sado doing the same.
Sado did a spin pound at the beginning, which actually saved a little bit. So Flavien got a jump dive there. I'm pretty sure he was trying to go for a spin pound and it might have gotten dropped into a jump dive. That's the vibe I got from that movement, but I'm not 100% sure if he does go for the spin pound there, but that's the sort of thing I got, especially considering he did a cap throw, and sometimes when you drop a spin pound, you'll just get a jump cap throw. Happens to me all the time. But yeah, 535 exit for Flavien and 539 for Sado, so we do have still about a 4-second lead for Flavien there.
Which is interesting considering like how the differences in strats that we've seen so far, while minor, it's still pretty tight.
Yeah.
With all things considered, so.
Yeah, Flavien's made a lot more mistakes overall than Sado has, although the mistakes he's made have been like super tiny. Like missing the capture on the chain chomp before the first moon, missing the moon after killing Madame Brood, that sort of thing. Just tiny things.
Well, here we are in the desert now. Everyone knows about the seed. Everyone knows about jumping in here, timing things out.
Yeah, Sado doing interesting movement here. I've never seen anyone use that flower in my life. That's pretty awesome, actually. Pure safety
Made it work, man. Yeah, exactly. Sado is definitely choosing those safer movements. It might cost a second or two here or there, but in the long term, it's just he knows he's going to be able to make that strat work over something a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, I mean, he hasn't made a mistake yet, honestly. I haven't seen any mistakes from Sado. Just complete consistency play, which in a tourney can definitely help help you win.
Right.
Flavien doing a lot more difficult, less consistent movement, but he is making it look consistent. I haven't seen a mistake from him in Sand yet either, so. Doing that roll cancel spin pound on the Dune Moon as well, getting that first try. Sado missing the moon. I can't tell if he actually missed her or if he spin pounded too fast. Because if you get a first frame spin pound on a ground pound moons, then the moon doesn't come out. If you do a frame perfect spin pound.
Right.
Which is really stupid, but that's how the game works. So I couldn't tell. He might have just missed the spot there. Oh, Flavien missing Trem.
Yep.
Okay. Sado not going for it. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, Flavien having some issues with this backup movement here as well. It's definitely going to give Sado a chance to catch up.
Well, it looks like from what we've seen so far, it's very clear that Sado's game plan is just play consistently and wait for Flavien to make the mistakes. And if Flavien's been making those mistakes, it's just that up to this point, the faster strats that he's chosen to do has kind of kept Sado at bay. So it's just going to be at this point, Flavien. Oh, Flavien! That's
one.
Big. See, that's what I'm talking about there.
Yeah, he's going to go all the way back to employees only for that one. Sado not even opting to do reverse Jaxi at all, and that is proving to be the better play at the moment. That's a really unfortunate death. That's a death I actually, I took a similar death in my only Division A match. That one hurts. It's really hard to keep your head level after that one. But hopefully he can just keep his head in the game and not have that lead into any other mistakes.
We'll see how Flavien decides to recover here.
Yeah.
Rolling right along into those strats that we're seeing there, and Sado with a nice little lead now. Complete change.
Yeah. That's something that can just instantly shake the game up. Sand Kingdom has that one-hit kill poison where if you make a small slip-up, then you're just done. You lose so much time because number one, we don't enter that many sub areas in Sand Kingdom. So if you die farther in, then you just spawn all the way near the back, all the way at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
And that adds on to number two, which is just that dying in general in this game loses so much time because there's a ton of cutscenes associated with it. Alright. Ooh, Flavien.
Flavien.
Come on, man. Completely whiffing the notes there, but he does back it up pretty well. And Sado out to an early lead out of CCS here.
Yeah, this is the nice thing about these cutscenes in Odyssey. You don't really get this in many other speedruns that are more popular. Like you're talking about SM64, that sort of thing. You don't really get these cutscenes. You don't get these breaks in between where you have the opportunity to kind of like, okay, Flavien, made a bunch of mistakes here in Sand. Take it back, come back into it, and move forward. He's shown that he can do these harder strats in the race, in the a more critical situation. But it's just get your mentality back, take it easy in right now, and then hit on in.
Sado went wooded first, so we have the huge route difference now because he went to wooded first. So this is going to be interesting because we won't be able to tell exactly who's ahead until both of them finish these next two kingdoms. Sado is a darker side guy. He could just be doing this to preserve his darker side muscle memory. He also could be doing it because wooded is harder. Those are like the two options I see here.
Flavien here. And Lake getting a zipper.
Sado took a bonk there on that crazy cap sign. That sign is one of the most annoying objects in this game. That sign sucks. Fun fact. Flavien go for lake clip. First try on the cap throw. That was really nice. Had to line it up twice, but once he got the setup lined up, he did get it with his first cap throw. Sado also nailing nut clip. Just needs to do this out of bounds movement now. Taking his time to set up the camera. Very nice. Very respectable. I still do that. That's in my PB at the moment as well. That camera setup loses about a second if you do it fast, but it makes the out of bounds so much more consistent, so I can respect it, especially in a tournament. That's something I'm honestly surprised more people don't do in tourneys because it makes it so much more consistent. At least for me. Maybe I'm just bad at the other way, but
you just play the game bad. Bad game.
Yeah, so true.
No.
I am. Oh, Sado, no, dude. What are we? Okay, he saved it. That was really weird. He went for a vault there off the edge of the platform, and his vault just got completely eaten. There was nothing. There was no speed. There was no vault to be had. But he did manage to save it and not take a major time loss. So, as Flavien comes up on the end of Lake here, Sado is about halfway through wooded. In fact, he does have exactly half of the moons he needs to leave. So, we will be seeing, or we won't be seeing the exact difference, like I said, until both of them finish these two kingdoms because Sado did them out of order, but we can kind of estimate. Like, Flavien's Lake there was pretty clean. Sado's not having the cleanest wooded here. So, if Flavien gets a good wooded, then he could definitely come back, for sure.
Well, Flavien's Lake
make up some time.
Yeah, Flavien's Lake looked really clean. Like you said, getting that oh goodness, the clip there.
Lake clip, it's just lake clip. Yeah.
Lake clip, sorry, yeah. Totally blank there. I apologize. Like getting that late clip is such it's so critical, especially when you're going for those harder strats. When you're Sado and you're doing the consistent stuff, it's just like, okay, just do the stuff that works, do the stuff that works, keep doing that. Whereas with Flavien, if he's doing these harder strats, if you mess up one strat like we saw in Sand, it can just totally wreck it. But once you get going on those harder strats, it can boost your confidence. So it's good that he's walking into wooded with that kind of mentality now. Yeah.
Like, clip only saves 7 seconds. So if you mess it up like 3 or 4 times, you're barely saving time with it anymore.
Right.
It's such a risky strat. unless you're like super consistent. Flavien doesn't have enough coins to buy the moon because he died in sand. He doesn't have enough coins. So he is going to be having to get both the Tree Moon and the Piranha Moon. So that Death in Sand also coming back to bite him here because he just simply can't buy the moon. So
yeah, I didn't even notice that. Yeah.
Yeah, he I'm pretty sure he walked up to the shopkeeper. I don't think he knew either. But yeah. So it's gonna be another time loss for him. But Sado is doing Spewert, and Flavien could still do Spewertless and save 7 seconds over this route. So diving a little late there. Diving a little early there. Okay. Third tries the charm. There we go. Oh god, he got weird camera. Okay, he fixed it. There we go. He's just having a bit of a rough time.
Sigh of relief there.
Yeah, at least
nice deep breath.
Yeah, that was incredible. I'm just glad he got out of bounds. It wasn't the cleanest thing in the world, but he didn't take anything major. He just took a couple of small things, and then he's done with that, which is good. Sado is leaving Wooded, but just a reminder, the lead isn't as big as it seems. Sado has to go to Lake. Flavien's already done Lake. So Sado looks to be about 3 minutes farther ahead than he actually is right now.
Right.
Yeah. And we will see the routes converge after Sado finishes Lake and after Flavien finishes Wooded.
Yeah, and Joe, just for as explained, as Gannon just explained, they took different routes. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he was joining right as I was
right as you were explaining it. Yeah. But here we go. You see Sado now in Lake, gonna be taking care of this. With his consistency, is he gonna go for that Lake clip?
I doubt it. I highly doubt he's gonna go for it.
Let's see here. This is the opportunity for him to do it. So if he's going to do it, he's going to do it now.
Yeah, this is the do or die moment, and as expected, he's not going for it. Flavien getting Flower Road skip on the other side, though.
Well, that's really interesting. You got two guys with very different MOs in this race with very similar. Well, not necessarily similar, but close PBs here. Flavien a little bonk. Nothing too big, though.
Yeah. Very similar PBs, very different styles of play.
Exactly.
Very, very interesting. Sado is doing both Spewert and Rango, and Flavien is doing neither of the bosses. So, or at least I would assume. I assume Flavien doesn't do Spewert, but I could be wrong. I'm probably right. I am right. Okay, yeah. I was gonna be extremely surprised if he went for Lake Clip and not Wooded Spewertless. I would have been so surprised. That would have been the weirdest strat selection I've ever seen. Yeah, this is gonna be close, actually. Because Flavien has to do pipes, and then Sado just has to, sit through this cutscene. It's actually not as close as I thought it was. I forgot Sado had that huge lead coming out of CCS. Neither of them played super clean and Wooded. But, Flavien might have made up a bit on the lead. I don't think it's as big as it used to be. As Sado is globing in Lake, Flavien is grabbing his last moon in Wooded, and yeah, I think... Oh, wait, never mind. Ah, that's unfortunate. Just completely biffing that last dive there in Flooded Pipes. But he does get up. That is a bit of a wasted opportunity, unfortunately. He is still going to be about 20 seconds behind after that. A little more than 20, something like 23 seconds behind Sado as the routes finally converge. Been a while. The routes are coming together now, and we are going to be heading into Cloud Kingdom on both screens.
Yeah, so the consistency route right now, the one that's working here in this race.
Yeah. Oh.
So maybe, you know, if Flavien, if he can make up that time, you know, with the faster strats, if Sado decides to continue with the consistent strat that he's going with, and you know, 20 seconds, that's not too much to make up, but it's just going to come down to Flavien playing, you know, playing clean.
Yeah, Flavien going for Cloud Boost there, and he almost got it. He almost got like an actually really good Cloud Boost. He got a very weird animation off the edge there, which is usually what you want when you want to get like flung completely forward, but not quite getting a super fast one. Flavien going for Cloud Hinner and missing the Hinner. Okay, so that would have been interesting if he would have gotten that, because that would have changed up the dynamic a little bit, because he would have been able to skip a Hinner in Metro, and he would have been able to save about 2 seconds. But unfortunately, he did end up missing it, so I guess it's fortunately for us, since there's no more route divergence as of now, but he is not going to have that time save opportunity due to missing that Hinner.
Well, into loss now.
Yup.
Sado with a firm lead right now.
Ooh, hold on. He's weird meme tree, just taking his time to reset it up. He's not getting a return jump off. This could be bad, actually. Flavien's right there. There we go. Finally getting the return jump he wanted.
What the bonk?
Oh no.
Not good. Flavien with the opportunity here.
Yep, making it right up, and just like that, Flavien is now out to about a 15-second lead here. Just due to Sado diving a little too fast on his working meme tree setup there. You really hate to see it. You really hate to see a meltdown when you've got a significant lead that just flips the lead all the way back in the other person's favor, but that is unfortunately what we're seeing here. But Flavien is now out to a pretty significant lead here. Not super significant, but I mean, it's a good 15, I would estimate. Good 15 seconds.
Yeah, and that's what you're going to see here. You know, as much as we were talking about Sado, you know, using those consistent strats and, you know, using that to his advantage and just playing, chugging along. Unfortunately, if he makes a mistake, it's a big mistake, and it costs him a ton of time. Whereas with Flavien, you know, basically, essentially, unless he takes the death, he has a pretty quick backup. So it only gouged a little bit of time there.
Yeah, for sure. That's like the first really major mistake we've seen on Sado. Flavien almost died. I saw him, like, he thought he died in his face game for sure. Well, there he's fine. That's just a 3-second death, but if you die before the bridge moon, like if he had died there, it would have put Sado back in the lead. So he's definitely breathing a sigh of relief after not dying there. That was a very scary moment. So yeah, we do see Flavien here, little less than a 15-second lead out of loss. Something like 13 seconds here. Mostly due to that bridge death, otherwise he would have had the full 15, I believe. But yeah, Sado not too far behind. Definitely not out of this. If Flavien makes another blunder, if he has another mistake like he did in Sand somewhere later in the run, then Sado can definitely catch up.
Yeah, looking at a 14, 13-second lead there. And we got our first major boss fight other than Bowser here coming up.
Actually, the only major RNG segment in the run as well. Mecha Wiggler is the only major RNG section. To be fair, if you know what you're doing, the RNG can only really cost you 2 to 3 seconds if you know how to play every pattern optimally. But I know for sure I don't know how to play every pattern optimally. There's 16 patterns. There's just so much variance. I could not be bothered to like mess with the RNG until I got every pattern and figured out, you know, every best thing to do. But we do see Flavien going for the cycle skip here in City Hall, which is something I don't do, and I have a low 59, and I am surprised that he got it, honestly. That is such a hard strat but he's making it look easy. So I mean, props to him. That's a crazy strat to be going for, especially in a tournament. And we're gonna see Sado doing the more traditional strat here, which only loses about half a second, by the way. So much safer and only loses half a second. I'm honestly super surprised that Flavien opted to go for it, but I mean, if he can make it work, then so be it.
Well, and it's funny that you mentioned that. I had an interesting conversation with, I forget who it was, but it was another SM64 runner, and we were just talking about, like, you know, sometimes they just feel more comfortable with those harder strats, you know? So Flavien, I mean, very clearly able to get that first try, you know, regardless of it only being a half a second time save. You know, maybe it could be that he's just more comfortable with that.
Yeah, I would offer the counter argument that the other strat is like actually super easy.
Yeah.
Like so easy. But
right.
I mean, he's apparently consistent enough to make it work every time. He's going for it in a turn.
Well, that's
so
what
I'm not gonna knock him for it. Yeah.
Right.
Oh
no,
god,
he
did a weird pattern there actually. Sorry to cut you off, but the Wiggler went into a loop right when it was able to be hit, and that is the worst kind of pattern because you just have to wait. At least he got the 2 cycle. But those patterns where it goes into a loop, like when it's just able to be hit, are really unfortunate. And Sado not quite getting one of those, kind of getting it. It was like in a turn when it was first able to be hit, but not like doing multiple laps around the loop. But yeah, we do see the double 2 cycle there. Sado probably saving a little bit of time with his RNG there. Probably 1 to 2 seconds saved over Flavien, I would estimate, just because Flavien got a worse pattern. But he still is holding on to a lead. 26:48 Night Metro exit, and Sado is about 16 seconds behind. So Flavien's faster strats did save him a good 2 seconds overall in Night Metro, even with a little bit of worse RNG.
Well, out of the night into the day.
Yep.
Metro here, and driving this first moon, and then we're going to head on into the city.
Yep, and we're going to be seeing Scoot clip from Flavien, I would assume, just judging by his overall... yeah, he tried to get on the scooter there, rolled straight past it. Once he's on the scooter, he does get it first try, though. Okay.
He's trying to pump himself up there, man.
Yeah, I was like, getting a little up close and personal with the camera there, but Sado also going for it, alright. It's actually the first major strat I've seen Sado really go for. It's pretty cool. Apparently more comfortable with that than a lot of the other stuff. Both of them hitting the drive-by scoot clip first try, which is what you love to see there.
Yeah, hate messing that up, especially in a run.
Oh,
like having
yeah.
to turn back around, come back.
Mm-hmm. Flavien taking a bonk there, but yeah, anytime I'm on a PB pace run, if I miss scoot clip first try, it just kills the whole morale, and then it ends up dying by the end of day Metro, just because, you know, it just takes you out of the zone.
It's just a mood killer, man.
It's one of those things, yeah. It loses so much, is the thing. We might be seeing a route difference here. I'm not sure if Sado goes for bullet building. We are seeing a route difference, okay. I'm not surprised, given that Sado has been doing safer strat play overall, but we do have a bit of a route divergence here. Sado opting for the early musician's route, Flavien going for bullet building, losing his speed on the pole there on the way over to the sub area. But yeah, ooh, this could be bad actually. He had a slow beginning there. I don't know if he can make the cycle, especially not if that happens. So yeah, he's just going to be taking it slow, I would assume. He's not going to even try to capture a bullet bill. I would assume he knows this backup. He's just going to be heading straight down over here and doing a vault up. That is exactly what he's doing. Good backup.
Yeah, really smart to have that backup, you know, ready to go.
Yeah, that was
very quick thinking.
Yeah, for sure. That was also one of the sketchiest vaults on Earth. Like, that vault was really weird, because he tried to do an instant spin pound out of it, and almost spin pounded straight to his death off the edge, but, he made it work.
Making it work, yeah.
Yeah. Both of these runners we're only about a moon or two apart now, though. Sado's route has already converged with Flavien's. It's a very quick detour. We're only about 2 moons apart here.
Yeah.
This race is staying really close considering the even the big time losses on both sides.
Well, that's been the cool thing is seeing like the changes and the again, I just think it's so neat watching these two guys play because you're seeing two completely different strategies at play here, and you're just seeing what can happen in a run. Flavien showing if you don't have these harder strats down pat, it can be really critical in a race. And then Sado showing, even if you stay with this consistent strat, if you mess up, it can be really detrimental.
Exactly. Both playstyles have their definite fallouts.
So
they have their fallacies there for sure. Where even though you're playing for consistency, that doesn't necessarily mean that you are 100% consistent with everything. And then when you're not. If you're already going for the bare bones, like, bare minimum strats, when you're already doing the general slow, safe, consistent stuff, it's hard to have backups for that because, if you're going for a fast strat, you can bail out and do a slower strat as a backup. But if you're already doing the slower strats, there's not that much farther. Yeah, there's not that much farther you can go down.
Well, it just shows how tough this game is, man. Like,
oh yeah.
I mean, I've speedran this a handful of times, and it's just so tough. These easier strats that we're talking about here, they're so tough. So for them to be able to nail these down in a race, it's really impressive still.
Oh yeah, for sure. I wasn't trying to downplay.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
No, definitely wasn't making that remark at all. I'm just saying.
Yeah. I've also speedrun this game a handful of times, I would say. couple handfuls.
Just a handful.
Yeah.
Casual 59 a handful of times.
I mean, it's like 20,000 attempts. I mean, that's like a handful of grains. That's like a handful of grains of sand, I guess.
Right.
I mean, I don't know. That might not even be a handful of grains of sand. I don't know how much 20,000 grains of sand is. But we do have both runners heading into snow here. So yeah, honestly, I think Sado just went wooded first to conserve its darker muscle memory because darker goes wooded and snow first. Yeah, I run SMO with potatoes. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that just wild? All right. Flavien's still holding his lead here, though. Hasn't made a mistake in a while, not really giving Sado a chance to catch up, especially with his safer strat play. That snow club did not work, and yeah, you can see him shaking his head no, he already knows, not even gonna attempt it, yeah, not even trying to make it work. That's the cool thing about moon clips like that, is that, it actually costs no time to set up if you can recognize when it's not gonna work and just bail out immediately. Sado not even going for the moon clip. Flavien got a very nice boosted triple there off of the moving platform, I wanted to say. I don't go for that triple, I go for the spin pound, but Flavien making it work. Ooh, Spiny trolling him, oh my god. Yeah, he's laughing at that one too.
Just did not want to cooperate at all.
Yeah, that was mega troll face energy from the Spiny there.
We're just passing the halfway point here.
Alright.
Sado's spikies were a lot more. Nice! There we go. Good dive. Oh, bonk.
not so good dive. Oh god, Flavien. Another bonk in that hallway. Those hallways are so easy to bonk on. And anyone who's run this game where, like, at a high enough level where you do try to roll down those hallways without, the camera changing itself yet, you can bonk in those hallways so easily. You can see Sado doing just dives there to prevent himself from bonking. Like, that's how common it is that Sado actually has a safe strat for that hallway. That hallway is so prone to bonking. It's really annoying.
Both of them doing pretty well here.
Yeah.
Underneath.
Ooh! Oh, Sado not getting his triple jump there. I was gonna say Flavien didn't get his triple jump either, and that would be a chance to make him a bit of time, but unfortunately not capitalizing on that. Flavien has saved a little bit of time over Sado overall in this snow as well, extended his lead slightly, but we are coming up on Snowdram, so this is another pivotal point in this run. This route that does Snowdram saves 10, but if you miss the trick one time, you lose 18. So you have to get it first try in order to save time with it. Both runners going for it, but if you were to miss it, then it would put Sado right back in this. Doing setup lists. That looks good. Yeah, no problem at all. That was just, he looked so comfortable doing that.
The confidence on this guy, the absolute audacity.
That was incredible. What a Chad, dude. That's awesome. That was like the most comfortable Snowdram I've seen in my life. Just complete setup list, no homing throw, no nothing. Just straight up there. Sado's looks a little less, he looked a little less comfy with the setup, but he still made it by quite a bit. I had no questions about that Snowdram making it overall.
Yeah, Sado maybe losing a second or two just on the setup, but otherwise, you know, I honestly just getting the dram by itself is just rewarding.
Yeah, Flavien's still like laughing to himself about that one. And I mean, I don't blame him. Over the course of that snow, I think he nearly doubled his lead. He's like a good 20-ish seconds ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Is it 20? I might have miscounted. It might be less than 20, but overall he did save time over Sado during okay, yeah, it's more than 20, never mind. During snow he did save time back. At Flavien, can we get a dab for the boys?
Uh-oh. Sado's got a problem. Looks like it's something happened to his controller.
Yeah, what's going on over there? Sado's controller died. Ooh. My TV auto turned on YouTube. Holy shart. That's unfortunate. What is that? That's something I've never seen before. Well, that really sucks.
Yeah.
Because this race was super close.
So he can't see anything. Yeah.
Yeah. He's trying to get it fixed, it looks like. Oh, Flavien pausing the game as well.
Looks like they might just go ahead and sort this out for a second here, try to figure it out.
Yeah. Okay, I think Flavien's just waiting for Sado to come back, just as a sort of gentleman's thing. Yeah, you know what? That's a good... I like that. That's a nice...
That's fair, yeah.
Him. Yeah, definitely did save a bit of time for that, but that's a very nice move from him.
Very sportsman-like conduct there.
Yeah. Okay. Alright.
We'll see if that has any effect later on down the line, but for now, these guys are just rolling with it, it seems.
Yep. If need be, if it ends up being close enough, we could definitely, you know, like have it be where we have a retime without the pauses, you know, if the race ends up being that close. But, as of now, we're just moving through the Seaside Kingdom.
Flavien setting up this clip here, missing the capture there. Yeah, we'll get it the second time though. Yeah.
Yeah. Gets us for setup. Sado going for the new Seaside clip. Ah, damn. He did not get it. That's unfortunate. At least he went for it though. that
afraid to try something out.
Yeah, that new clip is really hard. saves about 5 with the setup he was going for though, so I can see going for it. 350 Seaside, yeah, because you paused in the middle. That's the caveat there, but incredible. Still the sub 40 exit for Flavien here, coming in with the 39.56.
Heading out of Seaside now.
Yup. Heading into Luncheon.
This is a fun one. This is probably my favorite kingdom to watch.
It's my
Just
favorite
speedrun
kingdom.
wise.
It's my favorite kingdom aesthetically and in every category other than any percent and Dark Side, because Dark Side is literally just any percent Luncheon in the route. Luncheon is my favorite kingdom to play as well, but I do not like the any percent Luncheon route. It's so stressful. Like, you start off with Salt Triple right there, Flavien nailing it, but that strat saves like a second max, and it's really, really difficult. Flavien taking damage on the Goombah there. Sado just saying he's gonna roll with it, which is fair. Flavien already did pause for him for a little bit, which very nice thing to do. But yeah, now that we're done with the technical difficulties, Flavien is out to about a minute lead here.
Taking on Spirit here.
Mm-hmm.
Probably one of the easier fights, yeah?
Yeah. I would say the easiest. Out of the brutal fights. It's very simple. The strat isn't that hard to grasp. Once you know what you're doing, it's pretty easy to just do it every time. You can lose like a little bit to bringing Cappy back early and then not actually knocking his hat off, which is rather common, but that loses about half a second every time. Nothing major there. Sado opting not to go for Salt Triple, which is fair. Like I said, saves a second at most, very risky, and considering his overall safe strat play thus far, I'm not surprised.
Right.
Taking a bonk
there, yeah.
Yeah, going up to the second moon, but Flavien just making it look easy. He's doing forkless. Okay, yeah, not quite getting there, but I mean, I am so surprised that he even went for that. Like, you didn't lose much time to the fail. I mean, I don't even know if you call that a fail. He just kind of rolled off the thing, but he still did it without the fork. He got to the moon without the fork, so it was like forkless technically. Kinda forkless.
It was forkless, just not the strat forkless.
Yeah, exactly.
Not completely the strat forkless.
Yeah, he did it forkless. He didn't get the entire strat, but he still made it up there.
Right.
All right.
Well, like you said, Flavien with the solid lead here while Asado gets out of that Spirit fight. Flavien well into Luncheon now.
Yep. 8 moons down out of the 18 required for Flavien here. Sado's still only at 3, but he was on a moon that has a pretty long cutscene. Flavien missing that cycle there, so he's gonna be losing 4 seconds to that one. Has to. Oh wait. Oh, or not. just not waiting for the cycle. Just going straight over there. That was incredible. That was really funny. I was like really expecting him to just wait the cycle. And he just, nope, I'm gonna go straight over to the forks room. It's like, oh, okay, I mean, if you want. I don't even know if that's faster because you have to take damage. I don't know if that's faster than waiting the cycle.
He's been hitting the dab. He's been showing the moves. He's going Chad mode. So he's just like, I don't care. I'm just gonna go for it.
that was just a really funny one because I was like, okay, he's gonna be weighing out the cycle. Oh, never mind. Yeah. Especially considering he took a bonk on the door out, and he basically didn't save time with that at all, if it ever would have saved time. But I mean, I can respect it. That was a cool strat. You still like an eye roll in the camera too. Yeah, Sado missing the cycle, and it looks like he is actually just gonna wait for the Po to do. Doing a much more conventional strat there.
Cool, Sado into the forks room here.
Yup.
See if he can't maybe save a little bit of time. Missed throw there.
Yeah, Flavien had a bit of an issue here at the end of Fork's room. Sado doing that much more cleanly though. So saving a little bit of time there. All right. So yeah, Flavien into the very last section of luncheon. You can see he has 4 more moons to grab, but in reality that's only 2 moons because we do get a multi-moon here in the Spirit luncheon route. Keeping my eyes on him as he finishes up this luncheon. Looks like solid movement. Yeah, he's got there. He got there. He's gotten there. I said he's got there, and I was like, that's not right. And then,
Right.
well, yeah, Sado capturing the pen.
Oh no, yeah.
That was an insane dram right there. That's one we like to call time loss dram. Pretty crazy strategy pulling out there, but Flavien done with Luncheon Kingdom. Sado still has to grab this these last 5, technically 3, because of the multi-moon moons here at the end of Luncheon.
Yeah, it looks like Flavien's got what? A little more than a minute?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Minute 20, I would estimate. Somewhere around there. So, feels like even if Sado didn't have the TV issues, Flavien would still be ahead just because he's, I mean, his harder and less consistent strats are paying off for him. That was a pretty clean luncheon, honestly. Just, if we disregard the Forks Room shenanigans, and missing the cycle on the Potaboo. Overall, that was a really nice luncheon from Flavien. Sado hasn't had that many mistakes, but he's doing way more consistent, more safe strats. And there's the big one. That sucks.
It's a pretty big, yeah. Falling all the way down, you're gonna have to climb all the way back up.
He does know how to back it up.
Yep.
That was a very nice backup there. I might have to take notes on that. I've never seen how to back that one up because that's not really a mistake that I make. But I mean, that would be good to just know how to do. I feel like I should learn that at some point.
Have it in the back pocket.
Yeah, for sure. Flavien in ruined now, and Sado's also ruined. As we're in the pretty much auto-scroller part of the run, I feel like now's a good time to shout out our sponsor, being the Urban Arts Partnership. Very good cause, ! UAP for more info. Basically, what they do is they offer underprivileged kids the ability to go to college for game design, which, you know, in addition to being really cool in general, it also gives them the skills they need in our, you know, increasingly technological world. Learning anything in tech can get you jobs, not only in game design, but just pretty much anywhere. So, very good cause, very high graduation rate, just overall awesome program. Be sure to check them out.
Yeah, pretty cool, that Urban Arts partnership there.
Yeah, very
cool.
I
mean, especially like for kids who just need that education, need that kind of help. It's so important. You know, I've got a kid of my own, so it's really cool to see that kind of stuff out there and people supporting it.
Oh wow, I didn't know you had a kid. That's cool.
Yeah, got one kid,
how recent was that?
On the way. 2 years ago.
Oh wow, okay.
He's almost 2. Yeah, it'll be 2 in January. So
that's really cool.
And I've got one in December coming up. So.
Wow. All right.
Yeah.
Dang.
I'm one of the older guys in the crowd. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm 18, so I think it's a good thing that I'm not a parent yet. But yeah. That's awesome. But yeah,
well,
you know.
Yeah, Thero and I joke about being the dads of the speedrun community. So yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty awesome. Gannon clearly doesn't know of Scotch and Tie Guys podcast. True. I mean, I didn't know of it. You're not wrong.
Yeah, exactly, man. Shout out Gaming Dad's podcast. Check us out on Spotify, Apple Podcast, Google Podcast. Yeah.
Wow, shameless plug.
Shameless plug. That's why I'm here, man. The only reason why I'm here. That's it.
Incredible. But as Flavien gets gets out of the auto-scroller, basically auto-scroller Ruin Kingdom. Big shout-outs to UAP overall for supplying the entire prize pool for this tournament. Very awesome cause. Be sure to check them out.
Flavien saying in the chat that he just hit the gold there.
Yeah. You know, I'm gonna be real. I honestly feel bad calling Ruined an auto-scroller, and I always make fun of people who call Ruined an auto-scroller, at least on my stream. But that's because if you call it an auto-scroller, you're probably losing 9 seconds there. that's what I've tended to notice.
Right.
But it's not really an auto-scroller. I just call it an auto-scroller for simplicity's sake. It's not very interesting, I guess I should say.
Right.
Is what I should say. But
from the commentator's perspective, it's
pretty much an auto-scroller.
It's pretty straightforward. Yeah, it's one of the easier sections. You know, everyone pretty much knows the strat. You're very unlikely to die through there. I mean, that's one of the speedrun strats that I'm able to pick up pretty easily, and I'm awful at these runs. So
yeah, it's a very simple kingdom, but the super optimized ruin strats are insane. Hey There saves 3.5 seconds on my gold still, with his best ruined, which is absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, it just shows how optimized these guys can take it. You know, they just go to the nth degree when it comes to, you know, optimizing these strats. And that, like, separates, you know, these runners, these racers from, you know, the average person who wants to go out and play this for fun.
Yeah, for sure. Flavien with a very clean shards there, by the way. I don't want to just gloss over that. Oh, definitely. He's very, very, looking straight in the camera again. doing that stuff again. Very nice shards, Flavien. Sado just now coming into Bowser's. This has been an interesting match. There's been a lot that's happened thus far.
I'd be interested to know what the actual time difference is minus the TV issues.
It's probably still over half a minute in Flavien's favor. Like I feel like Flavien as of now is just really
cruising.
He's gotten his act together in this second half. He's really been in cruise control, it seems. Very nice Bowser jam from him. As he heads up to the brutal fights. Oh.
The meme pause there, man. The meme pause.
No, that wasn't a meme pause. He didn't do that on purpose. He tried to he ledge grabbed the side of the arena on accident. And then he thought he was in there and tried to skip the cutscene. He went into the menus. He went into the file select menu, dude. I thought he was about to load up a new file. That was incredible. Oh my god. Okay. Memes aside, what is Sado doing? Using the Pokio.
Yeah, again, super safe. Super duper safe.
I haven't seen anyone do that. That's honestly pretty cool. And I don't know if I don't know if he knows this, but keeping your camera towards where that last shard is saves a second there. So he just lost a second to the camera panning slow. So in case you're listening, Sado, keep your camera towards the cannons there. I don't know if it's a second, it's like a half second more like, but it does save time. The camera pans faster.
Right.
And then you can center your camera after it pans back to Mario. Ooh, that's a really unfortunate mistake. Yeah.
Oh, big death there by Sado.
He just wants Mario to die, dude. That's unfortunate. Gets up there second try. Like, I'm sorry for laughing. I wasn't laughing at the mistake. I was laughing at the fact that Mario wasn't dying there. Like, he kept wall sliding and diving and just tons of stuff. That's an unfortunate mistake. Flavien coming up on Mech now, which is he missed the moon. He missed the moon.
How did he miss the moon?
He just walked by it.
Walked right by it?
He just walked right by it.
How did he miss that? It's like right there in the middle. Like, you have to be like wall riding to be able to miss that.
Dude, Dude, I'm not gonna lie. On my first sub-hour BBT out of bunnies, I also did that.
You missed it? Oh my god.
I missed it. Fun fact, if you miss the moon there, it's actually faster to just grab the moon behind the Odyssey on the iron fence.
Uh-huh.
That's the optimal backup there, if you just miss the moon entirely. Sado going down to get the checkpoint to avoid taking damage refill, which is fair. Flavien coming up into Mecha Brutal now. Sado on his last brutal fight here.
Now something to note here. Something to note here is the difference in the choice of brutal fights. They switched.
They did indeed.
They did. I know that's very, very controversial in the SMO community.
Yeah, I'm Harriet first all the way, personally. To be fair, it's not as prominent of like a meme battle as it was, you know, a couple of years ago. But you know, there's still some people.
I will bring it up, man. I will bring it up. I don't care.
There's still some topper first defectors, as I call them, you know.
Flavien, well into the fight now here. Mecha Brutal almost done here. Just needs one more.
He's a fast TA. Oh my god!
Oh my god! Look at Flavien! Look at him!
holy buckets! Wow, dude, Pardoxy said that in chat, and I thought he was joking. That's a crazy strat. That was pretty awesome. That's another strat that saves, you know, fractions of a second. But you know, if you're consistent enough with it, then you know it can add up. What a guy!
Flavien's definitely feeling it like an alpha right now, man. He's just going for it.
Okay, Sado is coming here up to the mech fight himself. Flavien does seem to have a bit of a chokehold on this match, unless we see like the biggest escape meltdown I've ever seen in my life. He will probably be winning this one, but you never know. To be fair, I also want to mention that even with the absolutely garbage early game that Flavien had, he is really close to his PB, like within 30 seconds probably with a good moon. Like I say garbage, and I mean I would assume he probably agrees, because you know that death and sand, there was really sloppy wooded, just a lot that happened. Like he can Sado.
Nice save there by Sado, yeah.
Yeah, okay. I was just gonna say Flavien could probably be at least 40-ish ahead of where he was out of wooded, I would assume, with his strats. Sado, very impressive that he didn't fall off there, honestly. I thought he was gone.
Well, and regarding Flavien, you know, besides like small mistakes and like snow and minor things here and there, he's like you're saying, he's been playing super consistent. He's found his footing definitely after wooded, and so he's been just like you said, coasting since there. Nice mecha fight there by Sado.
Yeah.
With a nice recovery there halfway through.
For sure. Yeah, Flavien has just really not given Sado a chance ever since wooded, really.
Yeah.
Sado I couldn't read what that calculator said, with Sado holding up a calculator to the screen. Oh, can you read that? I can't read it. I can't read it.
Yeah, the screen is the reflection of the screen.
Oh,
reset?
Reset? No, yes. Oh my god. God. Flavien hitting one wall jump moon skip, by the way.
Yeah, really nice to see there, yeah.
Oh my god. Flavien does have a 2-minute lead here, though. I can see I can see why Sado probably doesn't exactly want to finish the run, but I mean, you know, it's in good sportsmanship to just finish out your run, even if you're pretty sure you aren't gonna win. It's always a good thing to just finish. Also looks bad when you have a DNFs on your overall stats. I would know. I have forfeited multiple races in my times because I got mad. It's never a good look. Don't do that. Smile. Speaking from past experience. Flavien in the Bowser fight, not even rolling over the fire. Truly unfortunate. Sado saying he's gonna finish, which is good. You love to see that. Flavien looking to be on about a 103, like low 103. Oh god, Flavien forgot what phase he was on there. Looking to be on about low 103 pace, Sado about low 105 pace. We do have 2-minute lead for Flavien, as I was saying, but I mean, Flavien tried to roll over the fire after hearing me. Yeah. That's another fun fact about this game that you might not know, is that the fire hitbox is basically just a floor check. So you can be just barely off the ground. And it won't hit you. Sorry.
Yeah. Let's see what Sado does here. With this cave skip.
2 wall jumps. Yeah, that's very fair.
Super safe, yeah.
Yeah, that's not even super safe, honestly. The 1 wall jump is super risky, I would say. I'd say 2 wall jump is just like probably just your best bet. Like I don't do 1 wall jump in runs yet. I probably will be adding it now that I'm going for 58. But it's like a second if you do it really well, you know.
Uh-oh. Flavien having to go around here.
Having a bit of issues there.
No big deal, though.
Yeah. Not a big deal at all. Sado coming in the Bowser fight here. Alright. Flavien with the very nice 2D skip. And now he's heading into pillars. And yeah, he is on low 103 pace. Could potentially finish less than 45 seconds off his PD here if he gets a good pillars. Will need to be a pretty good pillars though. If he wants to... Actually, no. To be 45 off, it doesn't need to be the best. He just needs to hit this early pillar for sure.
Quick switch over to Sado. He's got 1 health. He's just having to play it really safe now.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Like a really critical spot there, yeah.
Yeah, Flavien did miss early pillar, by the way, so... Probably looking at more like a 1 in 320 now, if I had to guess. But yeah, Sado keeping it together. Or another 1 in 320 would be 1 in 320 would be 45 off his PD. I meant like 1 in 323. And it does look like it's going to be about a 1 in 323 for Flavien. And 1 in 325. Oh, 26. Still 25? I think that's a 25. Yeah. GG's. Okay, we'll call it a
Very
26.
nice there, yeah. Very nice there by Flavien.
Very nice win from Flavien. Sloppy early game, and then he just caught his footing and never really gave Sado a chance to catch up after that. That's really, it seems to be rather common in these tourney matches, I've noticed. It happened to me as well, where I was kind of, you know, having a meltdown in early game, and then once I got my footing, once I, you know, had one kingdom go well, the rest just kind of fell into place.
Most of these races, it ends up just being like, just do your best to stay as consistent as you can. You know, Sado, had he not made those big mistakes, you know, it could have been a lot closer here, you know, considering the stress that he was going for there, you know. So, I mean, you just wait for your opponent to make the mistakes and hope that you can stay as consistent as possible.
Yeah, very nice early pillar from Sado there. Looking to be on a low 105 here. Potentially a 105 OX if he has a really, really solid pillar room. It doesn't look like that's going to be happening now, though. Looking... Yeah! Looking at about a 105.
Yeah.
10 or 11. Depending on these swipes here. That's an 11 for sure. Yeah, it's a 105-11 for Sado. GG's. This race was still within 2 minutes after that, which is pretty crazy.
Reset. But yeah,
reset.
Regarding the TV mishaps, I was informed that they're gonna take a look at it after just to get a better time for each of them, with the pausing and everything. But I mean, even with the TV difference, I think it's very clear that Flavien had the solid win there. So GG's to Flavien. Good showing there from Sado. You know, I'm thinking he's maybe a minute and a half off his PB there, so not too bad. Considering most things.
Yeah, Flavien definitely with the win here, even with the TV issues. But having an at least estimated retime just so we can have, you know,
right,
more accurate stats would be nice.
Yeah.
Gonna see if we can get the runners in here for interviews in a sec as well. We do have Flavien in the waiting room. Not sure if Sado wants to join as well, but I guess we will see shortly. Alright, we do have both.
Yeah.
Got both of them in there in the waiting room. And we'll get interviews for you in just a second. Alright, do have both runners joining us here. Hello! What's up? Okay, yeah, I guess we'll start with you, Flavien. Overall, how'd you feel about the run? What could have went better? What went well? All that sort of stuff.
The early game, of course.
Yeah.
The biggest mistakes were sand and wooded chop, I think, and crates, but that's it. I had a really good run overall, and yeah.
Yeah, that's generally what I was noticing, was that honestly after wooded you just played well overall.
Yeah.
There were a couple of mistakes like the funny stuff in luncheon with missing the Potaboo cycle. But other than that, it seemed like a pretty good run for you.
Yeah.
And yeah, Sado, you looked like you were going for much more safe and consistent strats, and it worked most of the time, but then the times that it didn't work, you just ended up losing a lot, like on Meme Tree.
Yeah, I was listening to the commentary earlier, and I really liked a point that you brought up at some point, is that there's two different... Flavien and I have very different styles. I have my safe and consistent style. Flavien has his go ham and hard, live by the sword, die by the sword style.
Yeah.
And sometimes it works. Sometimes it works in races. Sometimes it doesn't. Obviously, his style is much more beneficial when you're going for PB attempts. But as it goes to show, sometimes making sure that you have your hard strats down pat is more important than not making any mistakes, even if even if I'm going for even if I'm consistent in all safe strats. It's like him having a better sob versus me having a smaller PB sob difference. Whereas, like, it doesn't matter how consistent or how good you are at landing your strats. If your sob is, it doesn't matter how consistent you are if you simply can't go fast enough. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. Like Flavien has a much higher ceiling for his PB with the strats that he goes for, and like he's capable of getting a way better time in general just because of the stuff he goes for. but sometimes going for the hard stuff can bite you and make you lose way more time overall if you start snowballing, which can happen, where you make one mistake and then that just rolls and rolls into more and more mistakes. But that didn't happen this time. Flavien overall, once he caught his footing, was able to just keep it together. And Sado, even though you didn't make as many mistakes, it felt like you just weren't able to keep up due to the
just
strat
slower.
differences. Yeah, overall.
I was literally just slower.
Yeah, I mean, just to be blunt, yeah, just not as fast strats.
It's not blunt. It's just facts. I'm slower than Flavien. He just goes ham. But Flavien has a lot of PTT. He grinds PTT a lot. So like, I'm not surprised that he has just a better grasp of like all the optimal movement. Yeah, that's just facts. And also, one other thing I wanted to say, expanding on your point about like snowballing stuff. Most races that I've won, whether GSA or friendly races, most of I actually kind of rely on my opponent making mistakes, and just me being consistent. But obviously, when you have a runner that goes both ham and is not messing up, there's just nothing I can do. There's just really nothing I can do. And one other final thing I'd say. Once I saw that Flavien got a what was his 103.26? Was that was that with or without his homie pause?
That was with the homie pause, yeah.
Oh my god!
Yeah, no, he played a really good run overall, yeah.
So you're telling wait. So you're telling me that even with the homie pause, he played 16 seconds on my PP, just like the Chad he is.
Yeah, actually, yeah. So, there's pretty much nothing you could have done, dude. Honestly.
Yeah, honestly, like with that, I actually kind of don't feel as bad about my mistakes because like there's just not much I can do.
Well, it's looking. We've got a correct timing here in the back. It looks like Flavien's time without the pause would have been a 1:03.05, and Sado, yours without the pause would have been a 1:04.17.03. So, I mean, respectable considering both of your PBs. You're about within a minute of each of your PBs.
Yeah, I thought I was doing a pretty good job at keeping it down, like at least before that pause, and I feel like that pause just kind of
in my head I paused for way longer. Like you were down almost for a minute, and I paused only like 20 seconds. It's kind of ridiculous. I still have more. Whatever.
Yeah. At least like since you played so much better than I did, that the pause, the difference in our pausing didn't really matter. I could have. Like, I don't know how long I was paused for. I think it was like a minute, but yeah, even
a minute.
Yeah, almost.
Yeah, even if I didn't have that, even if like I could have like lied just to do it, and you still would have beaten me by like a hand slide.
Yeah.
You were the Chad in this race for sure.
Yeah, I showed off a bit with no jam and fast TA.
Dude, the fast TA, I popped off for that one. That was awesome. I wasn't expecting to see a fast TA in the B tourney, dude. It caught me off guard.
It's really good.
Wait, the fast TA is the one where you don't need the cap pounds, because I've only seen like in my mind that's like something you don't typically see until like sub hour or even 50.
Yeah. That's like a 50. That's like a mid 58, 57 strat. Like that's what I've always seen it as.
It's like, more consistent than we think.
Is it really? I might have to try it out.
I didn't even know that. I didn't even know like somebody of your level would learn something like that. And it's not that there's anything wrong with it, of course. That's just. I guess it's just a. It fits your Chad BTT grinder narrative, right?
I mostly learned it because I wanted to be different. So
Wow. That honestly, that's a fair reason. Yeah,
Yeah.
the strats that you went for were pretty crazy. You went for a lot of stuff that I don't even go for. It's and
Yeah, I
you
heard you
you
don't do
hit a lot of
Goomba
it
Heck.
first. I do not do that. I do not do Goomba Heck.
Why?
Yeah, it's hard.
Are you
Why
sure?
else? Yes, I'm sure. I've tried it. Any-
Whatever.
Okay. You really just hit me with this straight up why. I wasn't expecting that. But yeah, anyways, with all that out of the way, is there anything else you guys want to say before we call it for today?
Well, as for
I'm good.
me, what's up?
I'm good.
All right.
Okay, I had a closing comment. I feel like I had something I wanted to say, but oh, well, you know what? I can. That's fine. It's not that important. But yeah, that was a race and a half.
Oh yeah.
GG,
Yeah.
good stuff, Flavien, for
Yeah.
for playing really well. That's like one of the best. I think that's one of the best times in a tournament.
I think it's the third best. I'm not sure. Yeah, it is.
So it's kind of hard to compete for the best time in the tournament in the B division when Twisted Duck
Yeah.
gets a 100
It's
in the
impossible
B
to
tourney.
Yo,
Yeah.
move him to the EA divisions.
Yeah, can we like swap him out with someone? He has a better PB than some of the people in the A tourney now.
Yeah.
Doji sign. Never mind.
Okay, chill. Okay.
Sorry. I didn't mean to. He's not the only one. He's not the only one.
Yeah, for sure. But
I just-
anyways, yeah. Anyways, with that, thank you guys for watching. That is gonna be it for us today. We don't have any more matches lined up for the rest of the day. Thank you for watching, GSA. Gonna be rating Chaos Pringle. He is doing some any percent runs for top 5 right now. So be sure to stick around for that if you want more SMO any percent content. And yeah, thank you for watching. This is a really fun race to commentate.
was really
GG's to
fun.
both.
GG.
All right, take it easy, guys.